Well, I want to see if you can hear me, first of all, if I actually did this right for once. If you can hear me, say something. Chris or back to back. Oh, maybe you can't hear me yet. Okay, let's see. Do I have my butt? It's not on mute. Hi there. Can you hear me all right? Pierhead jump. Hello there. Oh, great. Okay, I did it right. I can't believe it. That right there, that's amazing. It actually did it right on time. And look, even though everything behind me is correct. Well, we're just going to give it a couple minutes and let everybody join. And let's see here. Let me bring this. I don't make sure everything is set here. Let's see. We'll bring this gain up. Okay, something's muted. Huh. That's okay. That's good. Huh. Well, it might be my battery on the guitar died. Something's got to go wrong. Well, okay. We're almost there. Give it a few more minutes. Well, we do have a microphone, so that's good. Let me turn that up a little bit. All righty, let's see here. Volume, this one here is down, this one's up. All right. Let's see. All right. We got about one more minute and we're going to get started. I can't believe it actually worked. This is awesome. Well, let's see who's on there so far. Let me move this thing. It's just me. So bear with me. Of course, we got back to back. And first one up. Thank you so much, Betty. I always enjoy seeing you. And Chris, there you are, coming right up from Tennessee. And Pierhead. I don't know if we've ever met before, or if I've seen you online before. You probably have been there, and I just missed it. And there's Faith and John Swanson. And let's see who else is on here. Marcia, hello there. Be watching everything, Marcia. If there's something I miss, because it's just me. And do you mind if I add you as the moderator like I did before? You don't have to do it, but I'm going to click it. And let's see. There we go. Let's see. Review and remove chat messages. Okay, wait. Okay, so that way, if you see something, write it, answer it, let me know so I don't miss anything. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. And okay, so we got that. And there's Chris, Marcia, Stefan from Germany. My goodness, that's a long ways. Okay, let's see. Massachusetts, of course, is for back to back. Oh, there's Chris. Thanks for being proud. I'm proud of me. It actually came on right for the first time. Usually I have to recreate it. I think I figured the right pathway. And yeah, we got Germany here. That's so exciting. Let's see who else we got. Brandon, Doran. Oh, you're Chris's son. Hello there. Yeah. Okay, great. I think on our Zoom call, she's mentioned you a couple times. And let's see here. We got Stefan. There we go. And all right, Faith. Okay, we're going to give it a couple more minutes here before we really get started for sure. I thought today what I'd do is I wanted to talk a little bit about this trip that I just went on. Um, Seems like every time I go, it's super interesting to me from a number of reasons why. It's not just going into the stores, it's the way you're greeted and how I deal with it. And it's quite challenging to me sometimes, but it seems to go pretty well. And I really enjoy doing it. So we're going to talk a little bit about that trip. Um, okay, there's PD Sooner. Hello there, and Edward. Oh, and from Canada, Edward. There we go. I see your flag waving there, Canada. Always love to see our neighbors. And hello from India, Rich. Hello there. Well, it's so good to see you all on here. And if I miss somebody or miss a comment, I'm sure Marcia's going to wave a flag at me or say something. And that'll be great. Thank you, Marcia. Not that I'm putting any pressure on you. And there's Tom. Hi, Tom. It's good to see you too. There we go. All right. Well, it's 6:01. So, hey, why don't we just get started? I want to start out with talking about where is it at here? It's right here. I don't know. Last time we did a live, which was quite a while ago, I brought up this little gadget here. Do you remember this point mass? If you remember, just wave a hand or something. Hello, Tim. And so this little device was sent to me, and they just asked me if I'd check it out. I'm going to send it back. I'm not getting anything for doing this for them. And I've actually tried it on several guitars, and I've learned something from it doing that. I haven't put out every single video that I created for this, simply because I don't think it would be understood that this device doesn't necessarily mean it should go on every guitar. I guess that's what I'm saying. It is meant to go on the top of your guitar by your high E. You clamp it onto the brace that's closest to the bridge. And in doing so, you shift the sound. You shift some of the high sounds to the mids and to the lows. And I found out that it does happen on every guitar I put it on. I could hear the shift. Doesn't mean I liked what I heard on every guitar, because I didn't. Some of my high end guitars, I don't have them in front of me here, but I tried it on the Martin M21 that I have, and I needed the high end on that guitar. You don't want to remove it because that guitar tends to be super bassy. So why would I put something on this to make it more bassy? You wouldn't. So I guess what I'm saying is it doesn't work. There isn't a need on every guitar for this device. However, I put it on my 12 string guitar, which is a Taylor 12, and it's very chimey. It's without it. When I put it on there, it smoothed it out and it shifted that chiminess a bit, enough to where it's like it cleaned it up. It just sounded so great. It was absolutely fabulous. And so it worked really well. And then I tried it. I haven't put this video out yet, but I tried it on my Ferk baritone guitar, because that guitar gets muddy. Now it's kind of interesting because that's the low end, so you're shifting more low ends. But I was just curious if it would make a difference with the muddiness on it. And sure enough, I put it on there and it actually clarified it. It's like something happened where it clarified the notes just a little bit more and made it just a little less muddy when you strum the baritone. I don't know if you notice that with baritones, but they work real well if you play 2, 3 notes at a time. But the minute you start trying to play a full chord, you get this muddiness for the most part. Not always, but you get it. And the Ferk does a pretty good job at not doing it, but there's still a little bit there. And I put this on, and it corrected it. So I just wanted to bring that up, that I have been kind of playing around with this thing. And I've kind of held back from putting out every video that I created, not because there's anything wrong, as I thought it would be misunderstood, that it just didn't work because he didn't like the sound that it sounded on my M21 Martin. Well, it's not that it doesn't work. It just wasn't something that I needed to apply to that guitar because it was so low end to begin with. So I just wanted to bring that up, and I haven't finished this yet. You'll see a few more videos coming up on this gadget. Where does the gadget go? Basically, you take it. See how it has a screw on this thing? You screw it down onto the clamp on the top of the guitar. There's a brace, and this guitar here, the brace is right here. And so I'm on the high end, and right here, this brace that comes up here is like an X brace. I just clamp it about right in here, and that's when it happens. Mr. TW, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, by the way, I don't know how this is going to work, but I set a goal on these little uh, let's see. For instance, Mr. TW, thank you for the $4.99. It's going to go towards the goal. If I get 5 of them that are $2 or more, then everybody that sent me one of these, I'm going to mail you one of my new guitar picks that I have. It's a Guitar Notes and Notions guitar picks. So I just wanted to let you know there is a goal for that. So if anybody's interested, put it up there, and then if I get, I think I have to get 5 of them. If I get 5 of them, then I'll ask you to send me your email, your address, and I'll send you my pick. Okay, so enough of business. So we're going to move on. So yeah, so that's where it goes. It just clamps onto the top of the guitar. Now these are a little pricey. They're $45, but I looked up online what any kind of brass apparatuses, what they cost, and this has a patent pending. It's special made so that it'll fit on the braces, and they're a lot more expensive than $45. I guess brass is expensive to work with. So, anyways, it is heavy. This one's heavy. There's a lighter one as well, and you can buy them on eBay. You look under Point Mass. You put Point Mass guitar, and it'll come up on eBay. Okay, so I wanted to bring that up before I moved on. Okay, so what did I miss here? Okay, we got, let's see, Marcia, Faith, Mary. Hi, Mary. We've said hello, hello, hello. There we go. Okay. All right, so let me move on a little bit. Hi, Bubba. It's good to see you. You're not too late. We're just really getting warmed up. All right. So, all right, so now I wanted to bring up this trip that I went on just recently. It was actually a lot of fun, but I wondered how it was going to go because the very first store that I went to, I didn't put a video out for you all to see. It actually went for my members page, so they got to see it. But it was Imperial Vintage Guitars. And that particular guitar store was pretty close to probably about 10, 15 minutes drive. It was from Norman's Guitars, and it was in Burbank. And it's a vintage guitar store. And I guess first of all, I got a parking ticket there. It made me so mad. They had the signs for parking were hidden behind the tree limbs, and I didn't see it. And so we parked, and sure enough, within 30 minutes, we had a parking ticket. $52. So it was an expensive stop. But you know what? The thing is when I walk into a store, I know I don't look like the average guitar purchaser or player for that. I know that. It's just the way it is. When you walk in, I'm with a friend, and they just see 2 old ladies walking in, and they're wondering what in the world. And so this store, when I walked in, it was that same kind of vibe. It was it was real interesting. But usually, once I start playing and talking, we get through all that, and it just goes by the wayside. And it's like, I think it's kind of like Grandma came to visit, but still, it warms up and it's fine. Well, this store never really got off the ground. In fact, it didn't. It's not that it didn't have anything to offer. They actually have 2 stores. They didn't have a lot of acoustics. So I didn't spend a lot of time there. I looked at a couple different things, but for the most part, they weren't vintage guitars. I think there was just a few vintage. There was a Rickenbacker lap steel there that was unusual. There was a couple other vintage, but beyond that, there just wasn't. It was mostly electric guitars. So we didn't stay there that long. Yeah, that's that. Rick, it's true. You can't judge a cover by the book, but this cover, you can't. I mean, what you see is what you get. I'm old, but it's okay. I have a lot of years on me, so I understand that. But it's an interesting thing though when you walk in because I know it's unusual. Um, Hello there, Shovel. That is an unusual name, Shovel. I like that. And Rick, it's good to see you. So then we moved on. Oh, and Farm Girl from Wisconsin. Always love to see you. And the Ear Drafter. These names are amazing. It's always good to see you. Thank you. So let's see here. Whoops, I lost my place here. Okay, so the next place I went to was Norm's Rare Guitars, or some people call it Norman's. Most people just call it Norm's. When I got there, I didn't know how it was going to go because the parking, once again, the parking was just difficult. But that was one of the most awesome experiences I think I ever had in any guitar store. It was just unusual. From the minute you walk through the door, there were no age prejudices, immediately. I'm serious. It was unbelievable. You just walk in and everybody was excited about what they were doing and they enjoyed it and they were helpful. And there was one guitar that I saw in there that I absolutely loved, and that was the Martin. It was a 018 from 1937. That thing had, I don't think I'd ever played a guitar that played like that thing. It was amazing. It was a 12 fret slot head parlor guitar that just had tone to go forever and ever. It was just a wonderful thing. And so I enjoyed playing that. I got to play with Michael Lemon. Is that how you say his name? And that was just, it was so much fun. He is so talented that he could, when you started playing, it was like immediately you could feel the connection, and he could make that guitar just sing. I mean, oh my goodness, it made my heart just woof. It was incredible. And but not only that, it was like we both knew where each other was going so much that even when I switched from playing just like a bluesy sound, switched to a classical sound. I don't know if you've listened to that, but I went into a classical piece. And then we switched back to the bluesy piece, or actually it was an A minor, but it was kind of a bluesy sound. And so it just fit. It was just amazing. He is an amazing player. He just has that ability to hear it and to flow with it, and it was just a lot of fun. I got to meet Norm, and we did some videos. And but the other thing that was really fun at Norm's was I met for the first time a subscriber named Phil, and I don't see him on here, but Phil recognized me, and I'd never had that happen before. That was the first time. So he walked, and I actually show it in the video where he asks about my channel, and so we had a lot of fun. He had a guitar there that he was selling, and he was very good friends with Norm. I think that's how I connected and was able to meet Norm too, because he said, "Let me introduce you." So it was just a lot of fun. I had so much fun at that place. It was amazing. Um, and and so it was just a lot of fun. It's a little nerve wracking to be all of a sudden set in front of cameras, though. That's just not my thing. If I could do anything when I play, I want to play with somebody else. That really, to me, is more fun than anything because it's a communication. You're sitting down and you're listening to each other, and you're blending. You're not trying to play over them. You're not trying to play whatever. You just blend, and it's a communication that's absolutely fabulous, just wonderful. Hello, David Olson from Wisconsin. So glad you're on here. So Norm's was just great, and Phil, he was wonderful. He was part of the, not the Everly Brothers, but the Beverly Brothers, and he's quite a talented singer. He sounds just like them. And so we got to sit down and play together, and he sang a song, Dream, Dream, Dream. And it was just a lot of fun. It was just, I walked out of there and it was like, in fact, when I left, the next place we were supposed to go, I don't know what I did, but I hit the wrong button on the GPS, and we went 1.5 hours out of our way before I realized my mistake. which what that did was it made it so we had to go back because the motel room, I was staying in Oceana, um, in Santa Monica, and that's a really really nice place. By the way, it was free because I had points from my American Express card. Otherwise, I would have paid 800. I wouldn't pay $800 a night for. I couldn't afford it, but it was free, so I got to stay there, and it was a lot of fun. It was a really neat place. But anyways, so we had to turn around to go back. But in doing so, we had to go through where the fires hit on the coast. We took one back, and we didn't realize it. I thought it was further south. I didn't realize that I was actually driving through where all the devastation happened. And when we got there, we were met by machine guns, and because they were guarding the area, it still didn't click. I thought we were crossing the border or something. I had no idea. I was a turnaround. Oh my goodness. And it all started in Norms. It just threw me. Anyways, if you travel with me, you have to be real careful because I'm terrible with directions. so so that's what happens. Norm's Disneyland. That's so true. It was like going to Disneyland. So that was a lot of fun. So then from there we went to a store in Santa Monica called True Tone. And oh my goodness, that place was amazing as well. It totally different vibe, very meticulous the way they had everything laid out. They had beautiful sound rooms and very intellectual. I can't explain it, but the guy that was with us was just as interested in the history of the guitars as I was. So it was just a fun conversation sitting with him and talking. And I got to play a guitar there that I really liked. I almost walked off with it. It was called a Ditson. I don't know if it's a Martin Ditson guitar, if anybody's familiar with that, but it was a retro of a guitar that was made early on in I forgot what year. And it was a remake of that guitar that was made for the Ditson stores. And they did everything the same, including the stamp on the back of the headstock. So, but that guitar played beautiful. It was neat. Hello, Norman Hooper from Australia. It's good to see you. And the drafter, Old Ladies Rock. Thank you very much. It's the truth. We work at it, let me tell you. Lloyd Lowry from Georgia. All right. Oh yeah, Marcia, that Ditson was I mean, it was too much. I mean, I'm retired, so I have to watch my pennies. But but still it was fun to play. I've run into so many fantastic guitars. If I bought them all, I might as well just go broke. It's just not practical. It not from my pocketbook anyways, but it's fun to dream. That's really, and it's fun to try it out. That's what's so nice about going to these stores, and keeping them alive because we can play them and we can dream. And where normally we wouldn't be able to afford to, a lot of us, some of you might be able to, but a lot of us just couldn't afford to do that. So it's a lot of fun. So from True Tone Guitars, but there was some other guitars there that I liked. There was Norman Blake Triple O there that I thought was really good at True Tone as well. It was really a beautiful Triple O guitar. And so then when I moved on, we went to a store that was called McCabe's. And that was a treat going to that store. I mean, they had some Collings guitars in there that, oh my goodness, they were just amazing. That was the first guitar I pulled off the wall, was a Collings. And again, it was that same kind of feeling. It was like you just connected with the instrument. It was like, wow, it was amazing. You could open your own store. Yeah, I suppose. maybe 20 years ago, could have done something like that. But I had a career back then, and I enjoyed my career, but I probably wasn't doing what I'd rather do, which actually would have been to have a store. It would have been a lot of fun. So, so McCabe's, I enjoyed that store. And they had that store had been there since I think it was 1950. 57 or 58, something like that. I was only, yeah, it was like, it would have been 58 or 59. I was only like 4 years old when they opened that store. So, but in fact, when you walk into the door, you go up the steps, and they have classes for people for teaching guitar. And then right there by the door is an old cash register, and it was super old. I actually show it in the video. It was, I think it was their first cash register from back in the 50s, and it's quite a sight to see. Then you walk in, and right to your right, there's this whole room where they're fixing and setting up guitars, and just really well done. The store just got a beautiful feeling to it. But those guitars they had in there, they had a lot of high ends, and they had a lot of relics that were behind glass as well. A lot of old vintage Martins and such. It was really, really neat. And then in the back, they had a place where they had venues that they would have live entertainment, and it was fun. But I found out when I was there, I got to play some Eastman guitars, and I'd not really spent much time looking at Eastman guitars, but I picked up one, and I'm telling you, it played so well. It was a solid body. It was only like $700 or $800. It was really not much in terms of cost when you consider these days to get a solid body guitar, and it played like it was. I like McPherson for low cost, beautiful guitar. It played like a McPherson. I thought it was just right up there. In fact, I wondered if they're made in the same factory. It was so good. It was so beautiful. Beautiful guitars. Eastman sounded so good. Yeah, it was a good guitar. Again, I thought twice about it. I thought maybe I should pick this up. I mean, it was a good guitar, but I didn't do it. I walked away from it. So McCabe's was a fun place to go. I enjoyed that store so much, and had beautiful instruments. But the thing that stood out really was the Collings guitars. They were just gorgeous. I played a number of other ones too, but that was just amazing. So then moving on, I went to a store called Grand Central Music in SLO, San Luis Obispo. And again, it was just a neighborhood store, very small. I really didn't know what to expect. There was only one person in there working, but again, there was this open arms, whatever you need, let me help you. And great conversation with the person. Tyler was his name. I just really liked Tyler. As a young man there that he plays the bass, and he just automatically, I didn't even ask him. He just automatically started pulling guitars down, tuning them up, and he was just handing them to me one after another, and we were getting them recorded. And he was really something the way he handled that and answered questions. The one thing I learned at that store was Alvarez. That was another one that I have not played in a long time. Um, and let's see, I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. And so I played, I think they were the artist series. They had bevels and everything, and plus they had LR bags in them. And oh my goodness, amazing guitars, Alvarez. I don't remember Alvarez playing that good. I mean, the fit and finish when you looked at the guitar, and how well it was made, and it was like a high end instrument. Those are great guitars, and for great prices. I think they were under $500. But it was amazing, just absolutely amazing. So if you ever get a chance to play an Alvarez, if you're on a budget, I'm telling you, Eastman, Alvarez, you can't go wrong. I mean, they're just amazing. And of course, my old friend Mackenzie Marr, you can't go wrong with these guitars. They're not made in the United States. They have some that, to me, they play as good as $2,000-3,000 instruments, and they look as good, and they sound just absolutely fabulous. So that was a lot of fun going to Grand Central, but it didn't end there, because before I walked out that door, I actually bought a guitar. I'll show it to you. I think I showed you all this. I put a video out of getting it, and here it is here. And the reason why I bought this is that everybody knows I play in church, so I'm always looking for something that I can play that's light enough, And I was a little concerned about the weight, but I wanted what I like is something that I can plug in and play and not have to worry about it. And I'm not really sure, of course, I didn't hear it from the point standpoint of Sunday when I was at church playing it. From the standpoint of people that are sitting in the pews in the audience area, but from my standpoint, it sounded great, and it's so easy to play, and it just plugged right in, easy to adjust. These are really nice guitars, and this one has a slot head. It's a steel string guitar. It's not nylons. You'll notice, and it has the. This is from 2002, so it's old, but it's like nobody ever played it. It was like so perfect. There's not a scratch on it. It looks like it sat in a closet. So basically, I just changed the strings when I got home and set up the action the way I like it, and it plays fabulous. It was a good purchase. And you can on the steel strings, you can put acoustics and you can put electrics on them. And I put right now. I have electric guitar strings on this. I put Lixers on here, and so yeah, I really like this. So now because it has a 13-pin MIDI, I actually bought a Roland 55 that's going to be coming in the mail so I can hook it up to a synthesizer. So, I don't know what's going to happen with that, but I'm going to try. I just already started watching videos trying to figure it out, but it's going to be a learning curve for me. I wish I had somebody there that knew about it that could sit down and say, here, this is how you do this. So, anyways, hi Rick, it's good to see you. And so, yeah, so it's going to be fun. But that's what's happening in terms of purchases. This is the only one I purchased on this last trip, and it was at Grand Central. And then I went to Lightning Joe's, and so Lightning Joe's was in Aurora Grande. What a fantastic town that place is. I don't know if you've ever get a chance to go to Aurora Grande. They call it the Village. They have a cafe there that has the best breakfast on this earth. The guy that does the person that does all the short order cooking, they call him the uncle. So when you go in, you say hello to the uncle, and it's just like you're in a small town because they know the names of everybody. I actually went there twice. I went every morning for 2 mornings, and after the first day, they knew who we were. They knew I wanted coffee right away. Now that's my kind of diner. That's the old fashioned diner where you know people by name. It's really really neat. Uh, Yes, I did, Rick. I got the Godin, the Godin or the God. How do you say this? That's the thing. I've heard it Godin, Godin, Gaudin. I think I would just call it Godin. It's really a neat. Yes, it's such a great town, Marcia. It was so neat. It was called the Cafe Village. So if you ever get to Aurora Grande, go to the cafe. And their tuna fish sandwiches are special. Their breakfasts are special. They make a real Denver omelet, the real deal. It's not, I like a Denver omelet, but I don't want you to have it all mixed up in a blender. I want cheese and ham and the onions and peppers inside the egg, and that's how they make it. It's the real deal. So it was so good. I enjoyed that place. But there in the midst of this little town is probably another fantastic store. Um, and it's called Lightning Joe's. And if you ever get in there, you have to go to Lightning Joe's. You have to go there. It is just an amazing place once again. And what was fun about that place, they had a lot of Takamani's. In fact, I was trying to play a cool tube. Someone on here kept telling me you got to play a cool tube, and I thought I was playing a cool tube, and it turns out I wasn't. I found out later that it wasn't a true cool tube, so I still haven't played a Takamani cool tube pickup. So I'm watching for that. Um, uh, uh, the din is Vin. Go Vin? No, I don't think so. Do you think? I never heard that one. That's another one to add to it, Rick. So yeah, so but they had Taylor's, Takamines, Martin's. They had an old Washburn there that was from back in 19, I don't know, it was like 30s or something. It was really neat. But I didn't buy anything there. Well, I did buy a looper pedal from Boss. But while I was there and talking to the salesperson, they have a museum that's above the building that's not open to the public. In fact, they don't ever let anybody up there, from what I understand. And so while we were talking, I was telling him about how when I went to uh, Gruen's Guitars in Nashville, that he brought me up to his vault area and we sat for about an hour and talked about guitars and history. He was Mr. Gruen is amazing. I'll tell you that was a wonderful day that day visiting with him. But in talking about it, he said, "Well, would you like to go see our museum?" And it's like, "You can do that?" Because it's not open to anybody. And sure enough, they brought us up there, and I have a video of that. And he had guitars there that were probably well over $50,000 as well. They were all behind glass. I didn't touch any of them, but it was just a beautiful sight to see. And plus, it was like stepping back in the 70s. You all the decor just reminded me so much of the hippie days and all the odd things that they had. So anyways, it was a fun day going to Lightning Joe's, seeing all their fabulous instruments, and they have a really good array of variety from 12 strings to 6 strings, and electric guitars or whatever you want, it's there. And it's a fabulous place. So Lightning Joe's, wonderful place to go, and and had a lot of fun there. So that was kind of the trip. I don't know if I missed any stores, but it was just a fun time to go. And yeah, I think it'd be fun to meet Lightning Joe too. I heard that he shows up sometimes along with some famous players from Yes and U2, which I'm not don't know too much about the history of their music, but I do know that they live in that area and they show up at that store frequently. So, but didn't get a chance to meet them. So yeah, so that was my trip. So I thought I'd throw that out to you, and we've already gone a half an hour. I've been talking straight, so I'm going to let you talk. Does it? Uh, Faith, I have an Ovation and a Fender Stratocaster. Oh, that's neat. I like Ovation guitars, um, uh, especially the Adamus guitars. Those things are beautiful, and they're just they play amazingly well. Great for finger style, great for tapping techniques. Um, Great guitars. The Godins or Godins or Govins, whoever you want to call them now. I bought mine because it's used. It's 2002. I bought it for 1,000. But if you were to buy them new, you're looking at over $2,000. I think you can buy them used a little bit cheaper than what I paid. I think you can get them for like 800 if you look around. It just depends on what you're getting in them. This was a multi-ax, so it has the 13 pin MIDI on it, so I can hook it up to a synthesizer. And that's why one of the things I wanted to do is start learning how to use that. So that should be fun. The synthesizer should be able to take that guitar and make it sound like church organ. And in the device that I got, the synthesizer has a expression pedal built in, so you could be playing notes and then blend in chords to make it sound like you're playing with somebody, and blend it in as an organ or blend it in as a piano or blend it in as horns. It's really quite complex, and it'll take me a while to even begin to figure it out. Oh yeah, the the ear after. I'm probably doing that wrong, but anyways, yes, Alvarez is great, but you got to try the Eastmans too. I mean, very surprised at that. In fact, I should have had a chance to play them when I was in Salt Lake City at the acoustic guitar store that I visit there with Meg. She has a lot of Eastman guitars there. I'm blanking on her name. Um, The multi-X go for 25 to 3,000. Wow. They're a lot cheaper here. So it is a lot cheaper here. In fact, the one that I has the electronics in it. This one is RMC electronics. And if you look at it, you'll see that each one of these where the strings cross is individual crystals. So there's 6 pickups right there, and that blend together, and it just sounds great. Yeah, I've got a looper here, Chris, and I haven't had a chance to start playing around with it yet, but I'm going to set it all up together with the synthesizer. It ought to be a lot of noise coming out of this room, I'll tell you. I think I need some help, be honest with you, but I'm watching videos. I'll get it figured out eventually. It's a lot of fun. I just have fun with it, and it's nice to be able to do these types of things. Is there any questions out there that you want to ask? Could be anything, really, before we get off, because it has been a half an hour. Fuzzball, a Chinese Martin. Oh, you have a D45, a mock-up. Actually, I have a D. I don't know if it's a D45 or D55. That's an aria that is an old vintage, and it plays beautiful. That was given to me, and I just enjoyed it so much. Um, yeah, look out, dogs. Ah. All right, you guys. Well, I am going to leave you there. I'm not sure. Let's see what we get here. I don't know if we passed the goal thing here that we are set up for. I don't know if that works. It's kind of like a digital panhandle, I think. I used to panhandle when I was in San Francisco on the street corners, and that was how you made it. You put your guitar case out. But here they have this goal thing that they set. I don't know. Let me hit it and see what it says. Oh, it says 10. Uh, oh, I don't know. I guess I didn't really set it up. I don't know what I'm doing with that. Let's leave it. All right. So I'm going to leave it right there. And I don't know if there's any other questions and comments, but Marcia, did I miss anything that I should have hit? And you can give me the thumbs up if you think everything's a go, and everything looks good. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to end it right there. Okay. And I have a video coming out tonight. I'm actually doing one that's kind of a jump off of yesterday's video. And I hope you all have a great night as well. Oh, thank you, Shovel. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Send me your email or on email. Email me. You'll see my email address under every video, and I'll send you my pic. Okay. Thank you so much. That's really sweet. All right, we're going to leave it right there, and I'm going to end the stream, and we'll do a live next month as well. You all have a wonderful evening now. Bye-bye.